A very good morning to all my dear children. This is your English class, and today we are going to study a new topic that is adverbs. Okay, I hope you all must be learning, revising, completing your work in notebooks, and whatever work is pending, try to compile it as soon as possible. Don't forget to keep on revising and practicing. Some of the children have asked, ma'am, when you are going to work with the practice worksheet, children. So, as I told you, its name is practice worksheet. It is only for you. Whatever topic is taught to you in the class, you can solve the related exercises in that worksheet. Okay, so keep on solving, and whomsoever is present in the class that can whosoever is present at your home who can help you out in your correction or clearing out your that doubts, so you can take their help, or whether if any specific or there is any such problem that you are not getting the solution with, so that particular sentence or the problem you can pass to me. Okay, so be ready now. Today we are going to learn adverbs. Okay, so today I will teach you what is adverb, then how the adverbs are formed, how its formation take place. Then we will learn the position of adverb. Position of adverb means in a sentence at which place the adverbs can be easily identified or placed. Okay, and at the last we will solve one exercise also, just to conclude that whatever we have learned. Okay, so everybody is ready. I am going to proceed towards my next screenshot. Okay, so let's proceed now. So let's talk about what is adverb. Class, as you can see the word adverb, it is made up of two words, add and verb. What does it mean? What is the meaning of add? Add means that is adding something to verb, means the word that tells something more about the verb, that is known as adverb. And that is why it is called adverb, means it describes a verb. But it not only describes the verb, it also describes the adjective and sometimes an adverb also. Miss adverb is not restricted up to verb only. It tells you more about a verb, an adjective, and adverb. Even basically, children, adverb describes all the parts of a speech except noun and pronoun, because noun and pronoun are described by adjectives. So, leaving noun and pronoun, adverb describes all parts of a speech. But as you are in sixth standard, so I will not create much confusion to you. You just learn right now as much that an adverb adds something to the meaning of a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. Okay, so as the word tells, adverb means the word that adds something to the meaning of a verb. What is verb? Verb means the action you do, like eating, sleeping, walking, talking, laughing, crying. These all are the actions you perform. So adverbs tells us how do you perform all these actions. Like if I talk about talking, so how am I talking? Fluently. I'm talking fluently. I'm talking loudly. I'm talking softly. I'm talking openly. Okay, so whatever these words, loudly, softly, openly, these all are telling more about my action, my verb. So they all are adverb. In the same manner, if I say, if I talk about the action about the children sitting in a class, how are the children sitting? They are sitting silently. They are sitting in a massive form, is they are creating noise in the class, so the class is very noisy. In the same way, so what the words that tell you more about an action or a verb, They are called adverb. Clear? So this is not only about verb. They tell you more about the verb, the adjectives and adverb also. Okay. Now as we say, now, she is looking beautiful. That beautiful is your adjective. How beautiful she is. She is very beautiful. Or she is less beautiful. She is too much beautiful. So these less, very, too much, they all are describing an adjective here. So they all are also adverb. Okay, now look at the first example. It is written, they worked silently. Here, worked is my action. How are they working? Silently. They are working silently. So silently is describing my action here, the verb. Okay, so silently is adverb. In the same way, we can say that they work noisily. So noisily means they are creating too much noise. So then noisily will be my adverb. Okay, or they worked quickly. They worked slowly. They worked neatly. Okay, so these all words are describing the style of working. So they all are adverb. Now the second sentence is Vivek is. Now I have underlined the adverb. Okay. Now the second sentence is Vivek is very handsome. Here, children, handsome is an adjective because it is describing a noun Vivek. Okay. So how handsome is he? He is very handsome. This very word is describing an adjective here. This very word is adding more to the meaning of an adjective here. So it is an adverb because an adverb describes or tells more about an adjective also. Okay, now look at the third sentence. She faced the interview quite confidently. Here my verb is faced. So how she has faced the interview? Because when we try to find out the adverb, so we start from the verb first. First we try to find out, is there any word in the sentence that is telling more about the verb that is used in the sentence? If I don't get any answer, then I start finding my adjective or another adverb. So here at first place, I am trying to check my verb. What is my verb in this third sentence? Faced. How she has faced her interview? Confidently. So as confidently is telling more about her action, so confidently is my adverb. Okay, but wait, children, here one more adverb in the in this sentence. She faced the interview quite confidently because the interview was faced confidently. But how confident she was? She was quite confident. So confidently is my first adverb and that is described by one more adverb and that is quite. So the sentence is containing two adverbs here. Okay, now look at the fourth one. Honest people are respected everywhere. Here in the sentence, my verb is respected. How are they respected? Did you get the answer? No. When are they respected? No answer. Where are they respected? They are respected everywhere. So, as everywhere is telling more, adding something to the meaning of respected. Okay, so everywhere is my adverb. So, here you can see that an adverb has told you more about a verb, about an adjective, and about an adverb also. So once again, revise the definition of adverb. What is adverb? An adverb is a word that adds something to the meaning of a verb, an adjective or another adverb. Cleared? Now, let's talk a little about its kind also. So children, basically there are six main adverbs. Six main type of adverbs. What are they? Adverb of manner, adverb of place, adverbs of time, adverbs of frequency, adverbs of degree, and the last one is interrogative adverbs. Today, in the next class, we will discuss in detail about the kinds of adverbs. So, today, just take a brief introduction. What are they all? Okay, then you would be only able to solve the last exercise that we are going to solve at the in the conclusion part of the class. Clear? So, what is adverb of manner? Adverb of manner tells that in what manner an action has been done. Like if I like here you can see that sweetly, efficiently, gently, honestly, like how she speaks. Speaking is my action. So how she speaks sweetly or efficiently, or how she behaves gently, how he works honestly. So the adverb of manner tells you that how an action has been done. Clear? Now let's come to the adverb of place. Adverb of place, as place word is used, so it tells you that at which place the action has been done. Like here, there, downstairs, upstairs, outside, upward, okay, backward. So what are these all? They all tell the place, the direction in which the action has been done. Like she is writing where this writing has been done, here or there or downstairs or outside, like that. She has thrown a stone. So in which direction the stone has been thrown, upward or downward? Clear? So the adverb of place helps in finding out the place of that action. Now, the third one is adverb of time. Adverb of time tells you at which time the action has taken place. Like whether it was the action was done early or late, or it was done today, tomorrow, or yesterday, or it took place in evening or morning or noon, okay, or what was the time about, like at 6 or 7 or in the morning, or it was at night. So adverb of time helps in telling the time of that action. The next one is adverb of frequency. Frequency means how often that action has taken place, how many times that action has taken place. Like whether it was a usual action, which usually it was taking place, or whether it happened twice or thrice, or whether it that action takes place seldom or often or sometime, or whether it is a regular action, means regularly that person walks or does exercise or studies, like that. Okay, so adverb of frequency tells the frequency of that work, in which frequency that work is taking place. The fifth adverb is adverb of degree. Degree means in which degree that action has been done. Basically, degree is amount. Okay, so degree basically under adverb of degree, like completely, totally, nearly, entirely, such adverbs are kept in adverb of degree. And the last one is interrogative adverb. So as the word tells, these are interrogative words like when, why, where, how much. So they all are interrogative adverbs. So basically write down, just learn this, that adverbs are mainly of six types: manner, place, time, frequency, degree, and interrogative adverbs. Cleared? Now let's proceed towards the formation of adverbs. How the adverbs are formed, made. Okay, so children, mainly the adverbs are made from adjectives. Even sometime the verbs also means verbs also used in the formation of adverb also, but mainly the adverbs are formed with adjectives, and that is why they sound quite close to. But this is very easy to find the difference between an adjective and adverb. As many words are used in adjective, they all are used in adverb also. So how will you differentiate them? Is that word is adjective or adverb? Very easy. Adverbs always take ly at the last. Means if in an adjective I add ly at the last, which word? Ly. If I add it ly at the last, so that becomes an adverb. So everybody can very easily find out in a sentence that the words that are having ly at the last, what are they? They all are adverbs. Yes, so most adverbs end in ny, mainly the adverb of manner. Okay, and they are formed by adding ly to adjectives like fair. Fair is my adjective, yes. And when I add ly to it, so it becomes fairly. So that is an adverb. Same as efficient. He is efficient. So efficient is my adjective. But when I add ly to it, so it becomes an adverb. Adverb. Efficiently. Same as brave. He is brave. Okay, so brave is adjective, but when we add ly to it, so it becomes bravely, and that is an adverb. Okay, now general is an adjective, and by adding ly it becomes generally. So that is an adverb. Same as fluent. She speaks fluently. When I add ly to it, so it became an adverb. So how are the adverbs formed? They adverbs are formed by adding ly to adjectives. Clear? Acha. When you add ly to adjectives, so sometimes we make little amendments to its spellings also. We make little changes in the spelling also. And how these changes take place? Under some rules. And these rules are common rules. This is not anything special you are going to learn. Like in the case of y converts to I if there is no vowel before it. In the same manner, before the last consonant, if there is a vowel before it, so it becomes double. In the same manner, in some cases, E is dropped, but not always. So the same rules we are going to follow while adding ly to these adjectives. Now here are some rules, like look at. The first is words ending in e, means the words that has the words that have e as a last letter, जिनके last में e होता है. So what to do with them? Like simple. Simple has e at the last. Now children, here pay attention with two things. If there is l before e, so only e will be dropped and y will be added. So it will be simply. Like look at simple. Simply is simply. Now look at gentle. There is l before e. So in gently it is gently. Only e is dropped and y is added to. But look at true. true. Is there any l before e? No. So e is dropped and ly is added to it. So this is truly, truly. Okay, now look at do also. Do also doesn't have l before e. So when we drop e, it will be duly, duly. Clear? Now, in some cases, e is not dropped. So that words you have to cram, children. Like in the case of show, entire, and your immediately. So in these cases, e is not dropped. Like the spelling of surely is surely, surely. Same as entirely. The entire is entire. E is there at the last. But when we make adverb with it, so e is not dropped. It will be entirely, entirely. Okay, same as in the case of immediate. Immediate also has e at the last, but when we convert it to adverb and add ly at the last of it, so it will be IMMEDIATELY. E is not dropped. Clear? So first rule is clear to everyone that in some cases e is dropped. You can keep it remember like this, like in the case if there is l before e, so e will be dropped, only y will be added. And if there is a vowel before e, okay, so e will be dropped and ly will be added. Clear? Now learn the second rule, that is with letter y, words ending in y. So this is very clear to everyone. Everyone know it very well that whenever there is a vowel before y doesn't convert to I. Fine. So let's check the words. Heavy. Heavy is ending with y and there is no vowel before it, so it will convert to I. What will be the spelling of heavily? HEAVILY, heavily. Okay, now look at noisy. NOISLY. No vowel before y, so it will be noisily. Y will be converted to I and it will be ILY at the last. Okay, same with the merry. What it will be in merrily? MERRILY, merrily. Same as with happy. Happy also doesn't have that vowel before y, so it will be happily. And it is a common mistake made by the children. They forget to convert y to I. No, beta. Whenever there is, you are going to suffix anything, any word to a word, and it is ending with y, and there is no vowel before y, so it converts to I. Clear? Now look at the third rule. Words ending in l, means there is already one l at the last of the word. एक l वहां पर है, that word is already l, ending with l. So what will you do in that case? If there is a vowel before it, so it will be double. Means in the case of general, what will be the spelling of generally? GENERALLY. L is double now. Why? Because before L there is a vowel A. Look at usual. 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 In usual also it is ending with L and there is a vowel before it. So in usually L will be double. Careful, ending with L and there is a vowel before it, U. Okay, so in carefully L will be double. Same as in the case of mechanical also. The last letter, last L will be double. It will be MECHANICALLY, mechanical. Okay, so how many rules I told you? First rule I told you in the case of E, and second rule I told you in the case of Y, and the third rule I told you in the case of L. Now learn the fourth rule. Suppose the adjective is ending with ly only, then what will you do? If you want to make it an adverb, no need to do anything. That word will be used as it is, as an adverb, but it will not be used alone. Okay, you have to use something with it, like lovely look, friendly behavior, jolly nature, silly acts. Okay, so in such case, means the adjectives that already end with ly, we use them as adverbial phrase. Okay, they are not used alone. Clearly? Now, sorry. Let's come to the last rule, and that is some adjectives used an adverb. Means in this case, we won't make any change in the spelling of the adjectives. We use the adjectives as it is in the adverb, like fast, late, high, hard, straight. These are some adjectives that are used in the same manner as adverb also, but their use clear out that whether they are adjectives or adverb. I will clear out. Like in the case of adjectives, we know that they always take one noun after that. Okay, so whenever after these words, if there is a noun, so that is adjective. And if they are used alone at the last of the sentence, so it means that they are adverbs. Clear? Now, let's talk about the position of adverbs. Position means at which place, sorry, you should place them in a sentence. Because sometimes the exercises based like it is asked to you that some adverbs are given, and you are asked to place them at their proper place. This could be the one form of exercise. Another way it can be asked like pick out the adverbs. So where are you going to search them out in a sentence? You must know their position. So let's learn at which place or what is the position of an adverb in a sentence. So children, very easy. You need to be a little focused right now. I told you 6 types of adverbs. Interrogative adverbs are always used in the beginning. That is clear to you? Okay, now let's talk about the adverb of manner, adverb of time, and adverb of place. So these 3 adverbs, adverb of manner, adverb of place, and adverb of time, are placed after the verb. After the verb means at the last of the sentence. Suppose if the sentence has a transitive verb, so in that case, in the case of transitive verb, the adverb of manner, place, and time is placed after the object. And in the case of intransitive verb, they are placed after the verb only. Means most of the time, the adverb of manner, place, and time, they are placed at the last, at the end of the sentence. Means after the object, if the verb is transitive, and if the verb is intransitive, then after the verb only. Clear? Sometimes the adverb of time placed in the beginning also, like the sentence that is given below, tomorrow we are going zoo. That can be spoken out like we are going zoo tomorrow. We can speak it in that manner also. In both the manner they are right. Then what is the difference? See, first I am trying to clear you out the difference with the tone. Like if the adverb of time is used in the beginning of the sentence, so how will we speak out? Tomorrow we are going zoo. Tomorrow we are going zoo. If the adverb of time is in the beginning. Suppose it is at the last of, means ending. The sentence is ending with adverb of time. Then we are going zoo tomorrow. See, by speaking you can clear out that when you want to emphasize on the adverb of time, means when the emphasis is given on the adverb of time, so it is written in the beginning, otherwise at the last of the sentence. So by using them, you can clear out by your writing that whether you are emphasizing on the time or not. Like in the next sentence it is written, now we play an interesting game. So now we play an interesting game. This is the sense of writing here by writing the adverb of time in the beginning. But if you don't want to put a force on time. So you will write that we play an interesting game now. Okay. Now the next rule says, like I told you, the interrogative adverb comes in the beginning. Adverb of manner, time, and place. They are placed at the last of the sentence. Now talk about the adverb of frequency and degree. They are placed between the subject and the verb. Like the postman never brings the letter on time. So the postman is my subject and brings is my verb, and never, that is adverb of frequency, is placed in between. I quite agree with you. Here I is my subject and agree is my verb, and quite is my adverb of degree, and that is placed in between of subject and verb. They have just left. Just is my adverb of degree, and that is placed between they and left, that is main verb. Cleared? So now let's learn some of the exceptions. Like when an adverb modifies an adjective or an adverb, it is placed before that adjective or adverb. Like in the case of verb, if the adverb is describing a verb, so the rules that I clear you out right now, they will be followed as it is. But in case if they are modifying any adjective or adverb, so in that case they are always placed before that adjective or adverb. Like Ruchika is very beautiful. Beautiful is my adverb in the beautiful is my adjective in the sentence, and that has been modified by an adverb very. She could answer all the questions quite easily. Here easily is an adverb, and that has been described by one more adverb, and that is quite. And in both the cases, when the word is describing an adjective or an adverb, they are placed just before them. Fine. Sometime, now one more exception is there, children. Sometimes the adverb of manner is placed between the subject and the verb also. Like as you can see that she will willingly take up, or he has quickly finished up. So such kind of exceptions take place when the verb exists or consists more than one word, like take up or finish up. The pair verb has been used. Cleared? Now it's time to find out the difference between adjective and adverb. As I told you, there are some adjectives that are used as it is in the adverbs or as an adverb also. Like look at, a fast driver often causes accident. Better pay attention. If that adjective is taking a noun after it, so it is adjective. If there is no noun after it, it is adverb, because adjective always describe a noun or pronoun. So after that adjective, if there is a noun or pronoun, so that word is adjective, otherwise adverb. A fast driver often causes accident. Driver is my noun used after fast. So what kind of word is this? Fast is an adjective here. Now the second sentence, the car was running very fast. Is there any noun after fast? No. So it is here in this sentence, fast is used as adverb. Now third, he telephoned me late. After late, is there any noun being used? No. So what is it? Adverb. Now the weather here is pleasant in late March. Here in the sentence, fourth sentence, after late a noun is used, March. So late is an adjective here, while in the previous sentence late is used as an adverb, but here it is an adjective. And look at fifth one, she spoke in a loud voice. Here voice is a noun used with loud, so loud is adjective. Okay, but in the sixth sentence, he read the notice or he read the notice aloud. aloud or loudly. Both are adverb forms. Okay, aloud. So after aloud, there is no noun. I am talking about after, means when the word is followed by a noun or pronoun. Before it, if there is a noun or pronoun, so that doesn't make the difference. Okay, it doesn't affect to its criteria, but here it should be at the last, means after this. So here, as there is no noun after allowed, no noun or pronoun is used, so this is an adverb. Cleared? Now it's time to solve one exercise. Pick out the adverbs in the following sentences. So everybody is ready? My first sentence is, when was the first telescope made? What is verb in this? As it is an interrogative sentence and beginning with a WH word, so when is my interrogative adverb. The second is, you will be quite surprised to know that it was made by Galileo in 17th century. Find out the adverb class. What is adverb in this? Quite. That is describing an adjective here, surprised. Okay, now and third is, large crowd daily mounted up the hill to see through the telescope. Here many of the children can say large is the adverb. Well, how it could be, children? There is crowd, a noun used after it. So it is not at all an adverb. Now look at daily. Daily mounted up. Mounted is my verb and that is described by daily. Okay, the frequency, adverb of frequency it is telling. So daily is adverb. Next, they eagerly looked at the planets and wondered at what they saw. So here, looked, in the sentence, looked is the verb and that has been described by a verb, eagerly. So eagerly is your adverb in the sentence. Okay, this is adverb of manner. Next is, the chief minister of Venice was much impressed with it. Impressed is the adjective. Okay, and that has been described with the word much. The amount, the quantity, the degree. Okay, so much is my adverb here. Next, Galileo often looked at the planets through his telescope and discovered new facts. So Galileo often looked at. Here, looked is the your verb, and that has been described by the word often. The frequency has been told to you. So as it is adverb of frequency, and that is why it is placed between the subject Galileo and the verb looked at. So what is my adverb in the sixth sentence? Often. Very well, children. After that, you are going to practice, you are going to solve all the exercises in the book, so your concept will be more clear. Okay, in the next class we will study about the types of, the kinds of adverbs. Clear to everybody? That's all for today's class. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Don't forget to solve the exercises in the book. Okay, bye bye and take care.